What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a video on my top 5 things I hate about this M5. Like any car, it's not perfect. There are some problems I have with it, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. If you didn't see my video from last week, make sure you go check that out first. I'll link it up top right now. It's the top 10 things I love about my M5. That way you can watch both and get a perspective on things and see what the pros and cons of the car are basically. So let's just get right into it. So the top 5 things I hate about this car. There's definitely not a lot. I had to really stretch to find even 5 things that I really disliked about it. Even the later ones in the list I'm kind of nitpicking at. It's not super serious kind of thing, but let's just get started. Number 1, for the top 5 things I hate about my M5, for sure, by far, is the wheel gap on the front wheels. It's awful, it's so ugly. Takes away so much from the car, and it's something I've hated from the very beginning. I don't know what BMW was thinking or what the reason is for making that wheel gap so big for a sports sedan, but I guess they decided to do it, and it really does make the car look terrible from the side when you're looking at it, especially up close and from certain angles. So that's something I've always disliked about the car, but we are fixing it because I've ordered some springs and we're gonna get those installed. If you want to see the mod reveal video for the springs, I'll link that right now too. You can go check that out and let me know what you think there. Those springs will be coming on the car in probably 2-3 weeks, I would say, something like that. But yeah, that front gap is just awful. I don't know, I just hate it. It's always bothered me, and I cannot wait to get rid of it and get the springs and the spacers installed to make that fitment way nicer than it is right now. Number 2 is the M wheels for the M5. So on this M5, particularly my M5, I have the M6 wheels on it, which I think looks super nice. I love the 5-spoke look, it's super aggressive. And once I have those springs and spacers on it, I think it's gonna look super nice, super clean. So I'm excited to get that done. But the regular M5s come with, obviously, the regular M5 wheels. And I really am not a fan of those. I don't think they look good at all. I just think they look kind of plain, to be honest. They don't really separate themselves much from the regular 5 wheels, so I'm not sure what the thought process was behind that. I'm happy with my M5 because, like I said, I do have the M6 wheels, but for most M5s that have the regular 5 wheels, that's something I've never liked about the car. I don't think it looks particularly good. Yeah, that's my number 2. I've never really been a fan of them, and I'm very happy that I got lucky with having the M6 wheels already on the 5 before I even got it, and that's something I've always been a fan of. So number 2 is the stock M5 wheels for the M5. Not a fan. Number 3, and this is a very specific issue to my car and a few cars like mine, and it's the lack of an aux input port on the M5. This is an issue that only relates to M5 E60s that were built in early 2006, like the first half of 2006. Because after that they introduced the aux port in the back, on the back panel where the back seats are. But before that, in the first half of 2006 when these cars first came out, they did not have an aux input port, unfortunately, and my car is an early 2006 model, which means I am one of the unlucky few that doesn't have one. So not a lot of people may relate to this issue, but if you have an early 2006 M5, you definitely know what I'm talking about because it's super annoying. So what I actually use instead of an aux cord is this Scotch radio transmitter. And basically the way it works is on the radio transmitter you set a station, so I set it at 88.5 for example, and then you set your radio to 88.5 as well, and when you turn the radio transmitter on and plug it into your phone, the radio won't play the radio station anymore, it'll play whatever is attached to your radio transmitter, so in my case it's the phone. And then you can basically play whatever music or whatever sound you want through your phone and it'll play through your radio. It works fine, sound quality's perfect, like it's no difference, so it's just kind of annoying you gotta go through all that instead of just having the cord that can just stay plugged into your car. So, number 3, lack of an aux cord attachment on the car for early 2006 models like mine. Number 4 and 5 are kind of related, but I'll start I guess with number 4, which is the front bumper with no front lip. So like I said in the 10 things I love about my car, I really like the front bumper when it has the right front lip on it, a nice lip on it. So for mine, I have the Hartge lip, and I've talked about switching it to the Hamann lip just because I want a more aggressive look once I get it lowered and everything. But without the lip, I feel the car is kind of missing something in the front because that front bumper in the middle is so open and there's nothing covering it, and it kind of looks like it's got those two fangs sticking out the back, or out the bottom, which I'm not a huge fan of. A lot of people like the stock front bumper. I'm just not one of those people. I don't know, I just can't get behind it. But with the right front lip, I think the car looks super good. It makes it way more aggressive, way more sporty, and that's about it. So number 4 for the things I hate about my M5 is the front bumper with no lip. And number 5, the last one, which I really also am not a fan of, just like the wheel gap, is the rear bumper. It's got this hole in the back, and a lot of people have talked about this on BMW forums and everything, and it's got this gap on the bottom which looks unfinished. And there's diffusers out there that definitely fix the problem and fill that gap, which make it look way nicer, but a lot of people have wondered why they even designed it that way in the first place, to make it look unfinished. I'm one of those people, I don't know what they were thinking when they did that, but they did for some reason. So best way to fix that is a diffuser. It's definitely on my list. I'm thinking about getting a carbon diffuser down the road sometime, once we get the car lowered and everything and in a stance that I like. But until then, we're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. But yeah, that's my last one. Number 5. Is this guy going? Nope. Number 5 is the rear bumper with that weird gap in the bottom. And that's gonna be it, guys. Short and simple. Top 5 things I hate about my M5, because like with every car, there's gonna be something. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like. If you want to watch more of the channel, watch more of me, keep up to date with the build of the M5 and my life, make sure you sub. I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment letting me know that you did too, so I can personally thank you. And I hope you guys are enjoying this content. I know I'm kind of stretching it right now because there's not a lot going on with the car itself, no new mods or anything, as we wait for the spring install, which will be coming in the coming weeks, I promise you. And after that, we got a lot of big plans coming for this M5, and I'm super excited. So, like always, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys to death. You're the best. And I will catch you in the next video. As always, thank you.